All right, Scott Godwin here, scottgodwin.net, 3.0 Solutions. I help people with fitness, nutrition, and wellness. This is a video called 12 golf exercises in 12 minutes. And I'm serious about that. We're going to get this done in 12 minutes. Okay, first of all, if you want to be good at golf, you have to practice the golf swing. Second of all, if you want to start working on golf fitness, 4 things: stability, flexibility, strength, and power. You have to start at the bottom. Stability. You got to be stable. You have to have a stable body. You got to be flexible. You got to be able to turn. And then you want to be able to apply some strength and power to the ball. Okay? But you got to practice. Now, I prefer for you to walk on the golf course. You got to have a little bit of aerobic conditioning. You got to be in decent shape to be able to carry those golf clubs. It's more of a sport if you're walking. Okay? Bass fishing, is that a sport? Well, when you're riding around in a golf cart or a bass boat, it becomes less of a sport. So we don't have to elaborate any further. So when you think about golf fitness, are you going to think about entertaining yourself through a million different exercises? Or are you going to be as efficient as possible? That's what this video is for, efficiency. I'm in my house. You can do this stuff at home. You can do it in your office. You don't have to have a fancy gym. This workout we do today is not going to require any equipment. You can do it 3 days a week, okay? 12 golf exercises in 12 minutes, okay? The first one I want to show you is called a back extension with rotation, okay? You're going to come down on all fours, just like so. I'm on my mat here. I'll go sideways so you can see. My back is in good alignment. You don't want to hyperextend the spine. You don't want to flex it in like this, okay? You want to be in what's called a neutral position, okay? Take your right hand behind your head, come down towards your knee with your elbow, and then just come up, okay? Coming down, coming up, okay? 10 to 20 on each side, 2 sets. Number 2, let's go to number 2. Floor rotation. This is a great exercise, okay? Come up, right angle at your knees, right angle at your hips, arms out to the side, keep your knees together. Drop down to the side until you feel the shoulders start to lift up. Come back up, other side. Keep the knees together, keep the shoulders on the floor, okay? You'll loosen up as you start to do it. If you have a bad back, be careful. You may not want to do the exercise from the side. It looks like this, okay? It's like that. If you want to make it harder, raise your feet up, like so. Okay, just like that. So that's number 2. Number 3, good old plank. Okay, good stability in the core. 2 things: bracing, make it hard. Number 2, draw in, pull your navel in against your spine. Okay, plank, elbows under your shoulders, feet shoulder width apart. Squeeze your butt and just hold, just plank. Okay, from the side, don't drop down too low. Don't come up too high, just stay neutral, okay? Keep breathing, okay? Plank, great exercise for core stability. Now, what about the get up with quads? You've probably never seen this before. This is a great exercise. Hands here, go back, okay? You don't have to put your hands on the ground. If you have bad knees, you may not be able to go all the way back. But once you go back, hold it for a second, come up. Left leg up, right leg up. Left leg back, right leg back. Back down where you started, stretch. Right leg up, left leg up. Right leg back, left leg back. Repeat on the other side, stretching right here as you go down. Left leg up, right leg up. Left leg back, right leg back. Stretch again, okay? That's called get up and down, stretching the quads, okay? What about bridges? Let's talk about bridges. We do a whole video on bridges. There's so many different ways to do it. Keep it simple. Put your feet on the floor, raise your hips up, okay? Squeeze back here, your hamstrings and glutes. To make it harder, straighten one leg, lift, okay? Lift. Try not to kick too much with this leg. Just use that hamstring and hip strength to lift up. So those are called bridges. Number 6, let's talk about spinal rotation. Back on the floor again. we're going to take the right leg over the left. We're going to pull down this way. Use the left hand to pull with a moderate amount of pressure and reach back with this right arm. Anchor this shoulder down on the floor and pull and hold. 30 seconds. Come back over the other way, switch the arms. Anchor this shoulder, pull with this hand. Okay, stretching all through the hips, all this fascia in your rib cage area, into your pecs and shoulders, just like so, okay? Great stretch. 30 seconds this way, each side. 30 seconds this way, each side, okay? So, what's next? What about the pretzel stretch? Pretzel stretch. This is an old classic rotational stretch. You've probably seen it. Sit like this, good posture. Right leg over your left. Twist. If you can't get the elbow, use your hand, okay? If you can't get your elbow around, use your hand. Use your right hand, your hand behind you, to get some leverage. Have good posture in your spine and turn, okay? Just like that. Hold at least 30 seconds on each side. A little bit more advanced version, take this leg back and same stretch, a little bit harder. Okay? Just like so. Great stretch. That's called the pretzel stretch. This next stretch is actually 3 in 1, but I'll show you real quick. It's basically the 3 basic spinal motions. Number 1 is lateral flexion of the spine, 10 reps to each side, okay, just like this. Number 2, bend your knees slightly, cross your arms over, rotate, 10 rotations to each side. Keep your feet stable, bend your knees slightly, turn 10 to each side. And then the third one is spinal flexion and extension. So arms up, breathe out, go all the way down, okay? Touch the toes by bending the knees. Each time you go down, try to straighten your knees a little bit more. If you can go all the way down without bending your knees, then go ahead and do that, okay? So those are 3 basic spinal motions you can do. What about, let's talk about the squat, okay, the basic squat. We're talking about golf here, right? So we did a lot of flexibility, a couple stability things. We did a couple strength things, but this squat is so good. You can do it with 2 legs, you can use weight. Okay, I could do an hour video on squats, but I'll teach it quick. Keep your weight back on your hips, okay? Keep your weight back on your hips, on your heels. Keep your knees over your feet, okay? Just like so. Keep your back straight, eyes straight ahead, okay? If you're holding a weight, you can hold the weight here. That's the simplest way to do it, okay? Good posture. Breathe in going down, throw your knees out, breathe out coming up, okay? So again, you can hold weights here, you can use no weight, okay? Straight down, straight up, okay? You can squat on 1 leg instead of 2 to make it harder, okay? Just like that, okay? Anyone can do squats, okay? If you have bad knees, hold on to something as you're squatting to take some of the pressure off of the joints, okay? Squats, number 9, squats. Number 10, one of the biggest problems that people get into with golf is being stiff. Just having a stiff spine, just not being able to move, okay? This next one is called a standing pelvic tilt. And all we're gonna do here is we're going to perform a pelvic tilt standing up. So you can see that from the side. All I'm doing is I'm tilting my pelvis forward and backward, okay? Just like that, okay? Now in the show notes, in the video notes, I'll put in the number of repetitions that I want you to do on each one, but generally speaking, 10 to 20 reps, 2 sets. If you're holding something like a plank, 30 seconds to 1 minute, okay? Let's rewind a second to number 9, which was squats, okay, with or without weight. One thing you can do with squats that I recommend is spend some time in the bottom position as a stretch pretty much every day, at least 3 days a week. Just get down as low as you can. You can put your hands on the ground if you need to, but just spend some time down here, okay? Spend some time in the bottom position. That will make a huge difference over your life. Will keep your joints much healthier, okay? What about forearms, okay? You got to be able to have a strong grip, and you got to be able to hold a golf club. Let me show you a couple things real fast. Fingers out wide, squeeze, turn in like this, okay? Fingers out wide at the top, okay? Make a fist, flex the forearm like that. Back up. Again, 2 sets of 10 to 20. Just like that, okay? Wide, here, down. You can flip it this way. Stretch down, make a fist, pull it up, okay? Those are harder than you think. My clients, people I coach and teach, they always talk about how difficult that exercise is. And then last but not least, I just want to talk about a very simple jump. And that's the power component. Remember when we started? Stability, flexibility, strength, and power. Power is applying strength to speed, okay? So we're combining force and velocity to create power. We're just going to do some jumping. Let me just show you a squat jump. Feet out like this, you got your weight back on your heels and your hips. You're just going to jump, okay? Just like that. Okay, there's a lot of different jumping exercises you can do. That's called a squat jump. You'd be surprised. I think you can do it. That was 12 golf exercises in 12 minutes. Now, there are many books you can read on the subject, many things you can do, but that, if you do that, that's a great start, and just doing that will be more than what most people do. Stability, flexibility, strength, and power. 12 golf exercises in 12 minutes. If you like the workout, if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, forward the video, share it on social media, scottgodwin.net. Fitness, nutrition, wellness, 3.0 solutions. I enjoy helping people have a better life, be happier, healthier, and that's what I'm here for. That's what I get a kick out of, and it's a lot of fun. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll put the workout in the show notes. Talk to you soon.